What is going on, college basketball fans? Welcome back to another video. It is Feast Week, and we're back with more Invitational Tournament predictions. This one for the Maui Invitational Tournament. There are some really good teams in this one, and I'm excited to do my predictions. Real quick, I just wanted to say we got a lot more of these Invitational Tournament predictions coming up. Tomorrow we're going to have the Battle for Atlantis predictions out. We're going to have the ESPN Invitational, Phil Knight Invitational, and the Phil Knight Legacy. We're going to do all of those coming up this week. And then at the start of December, we're going to have, after all these tournaments play out, our updated power rankings heading into December of college basketball. We'll probably do some tournament predictions to Joe Lenardi's recent bracketology. So a lot of college basketball, college football content coming up here on the channel. So make sure you guys subscribe. We're super close to 2,000 subs, so help your boy out. I'm a little bit late uploading the Maui Gym Maui. I'm uploading this like at midnight Sunday night. It starts Monday at 2:30 Eastern time, but they're going to be playing at 9:30 Hawaiian time because it is in Hawaii. But let's go. That's enough talk. Let's get into these predictions for the Maui Gym Maui Invitational. So the first thing I noticed about this tournament is there are some really good defensive teams. I mean, I consider San Diego State and Texas Tech to be top-tier elite defensive teams. Of course, we still have to see that play out. I also think Arkansas, Arizona are also pretty good defensive teams. But this first matchup, a banger. Texas Tech versus Creighton. Texas Tech, like I just said, has an elite defense. Kevin O'Banner seems to be their guy so far this year from what I've seen of Texas Tech. I'm excited to watch a lot of these teams because I haven't got to see Ohio State, Cincinnati play too much this year yet. So I'm excited to watch those two teams especially. But Texas Tech, very good defensively. I like Devion Harmon, the transfer point guard that they have there, and Kevin O'Banner, like I said, he seems to be the guy offensively, getting majority of their points. Creighton, however, they spread the ball around. They have one of the best starting fives in the country, in my opinion, and I'm really excited to see them go up against some real competition here and a good defensive team because Creighton passes the ball well. They shoot the ball well. They got a big transfer in Baylor Shireman that came in, and he's already been lighting it up there at the forward position. And they also got Ryan Cockbrenner, who is a great rim protector there in the paint. And Baylor Shireman, Arthur Kumalu, great rebounding forwards that really help Cockbrenner out there down low as well. So offensive versus defensive battle here for the first game. I'm super pumped for this one, but I am actually going to rock with Creighton to win first round. I think Ryan Cockbrenner makes a big difference down low with these athletic guards and forwards that Texas Tech has. I think his defense around the rim they're going to score on him, but I think it's going to be just enough to where they're going to be able to get it done. And along with their shooting and great passing offensively on the other end, they're going to be able to put up enough points. And I just don't think that Texas Tech is going to be able to keep up with them offensively. So give me Creighton in the first game. So our second game, we got Louisville versus Arkansas, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. Louisville has been terrible this year. They are 0-3. They have not played a single Power 6 opponent. These are all lower opponents. They lost to Appalachian State. Off the top of my head, I don't even know the other two right now. Louisville just looks awful, and Arkansas should be able to handle them very easily. Still no Nick Smith Jr. playing the #1 overall prospect coming into this season. I'm not sure the update on him. If you guys know, please let me know down in the comment section. But other than that, I've been very impressed with Jordan Walsh, another freshman that they have there on their team. Anthony Black, he seems to kind of slowly, that team, they still seem young. So this will be a good game for them against Louisville, the first round of this tournament, for them to get going. Because Anthony Black, scoring-wise, he's still, showing a little bit of immaturity. He doesn't take too many shots, though, which I guess is good, but you kind of want him to take a little bit more. Passing-wise, he's getting the assist. He looks pretty good. So give me Arkansas pretty easily in round one. If Louisville won this one, I would be very, very surprised because they have looked terrible this season. All right, then we got Ohio State versus San Diego State. I'm super excited to watch this game. Ohio State coming in, they got two pretty big transfers out of the portal, and Sean McNeil from WVU and also Isaiah Likely from Oklahoma State. So those are two big pickups that are veteran guys. It seems like their guys so far this year seems to be Zed Key. He seems to be kind of playing that E.J. Liddell role. Obviously not as good as E.J. Liddell, but he seems to be the scorer. He is a junior. He looks pretty good so far. I'm excited to see how they go up against this great San Diego State defense, because San Diego State has an amazing defense. I'm a big fan of Matt Bradley. He's one of my favorite players that are not in the Power 6. Like, I love watching him play. They also got a point guard in Darian Trammell. He's like 5'10". He's a scoring machine, though. And I like San Diego State to win this game. I think defensively they're going to be too much. I haven't really liked what I've seen from Sean McNeil so far this year, scoring-wise. He's a... You know, he can, when he gets hot, he gets hot. I have not really seen him get hot, but I also haven't watched too much Ohio State this year. Zed Key is going to have to be big in this game. I think they're going to have to get a lot of inside scoring. I expect San Diego State to try to deny the inside there and expect them to try to get a lot of steals because they got quick guards, they got quick hands, and they get turnovers a lot. They force a lot of turnovers, and I think that's the key difference in this one. San Diego State wins round one over Ohio State. So, in game 4 of round 1, we have Cincinnati versus Arizona. Cincinnati, another team I have not gotten to see too much of. I know they lost a game already to like Northern Arizona, I want to say. Someone not that great. Cincinnati, they seem to have just one key scorer in David DeJulius, and that man is a bucket getter, though. Don't get me wrong, but I do think Arizona defensively, they just have too much talent, too much length there, and they're going to be able to get it done. I am a massive fan of Azuolas Tubelis from Arizona. I think this guy is an NBA prospect. He's going to be an NBA player, and he is the #1 option on this Arizona team, and he's great on the glass, passing, scoring. He can handle his own defensively. I really like him on Arizona, and they got a good squad around him. This Arizona team, it kind of does feel like a Gonzaga team, and you kind of expect that with Tommy Lloyd. You know, his second season now as Arizona's head coach, came over from Gonzaga as a assistant for Mark Few, so you kind of do expect that. I do also really like the center Ballo for Arizona. I think he's a good big man to have on that team, and I think he can cause some fits there for Cincinnati. So we'll go ahead and do the winners bracket and get that done first, and then we will head to the losers bracket after. So, game 7. I guess we could go in order: game 5, game 6. But let's go ahead and do the winners bracket first. It's more fun to get the champion on here and stuff. Game 7, we got Creighton versus Arkansas, and this is going to be a lot of fun. I think Texas Tech and Arkansas kind of play similarly. This is going to be a great test for Arkansas early in the season with these young players. I really wish I had an update on Nick Smith. I'm about to try to find it. I don't think Nick Smith Jr. is going to be playing in this tournament. They said that he's still having knee troubles. He has been practicing limitedly, but they're not going to try to rush him back. But this will be a good test for these young players in Anthony Black, especially, and Jordan Walsh against this Creighton team. I just don't think they have enough experience yet to be able to get this done, so I am going to go with Creighton to win this one and advance to the semifinals, or actually no, to the finals of this tournament. So Creighton punches their ticket into the finals, and then we have San Diego State versus Arizona, and this one, I think this one will be a really good matchup. I like a lot of these players on both teams. again, I think San Diego State defensively, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling an upset. I've kind of been picking the favorites. I don't really like to do that in these tournaments, especially I did the Continental Tire Invitational. I was completely wrong about that one. Virginia came away with the W. They play great defense. So I'm going a little bit defensively throughout here, and I'm going to go with San Diego State to pick up the upset and defeat Arizona and move on to the championship to face Creighton. That's going to be a great matchup right there. So San Diego State versus Creighton in the championship. We'll go ahead and predict this one now. So I'm looking at the matchups, and Creighton just has so much offensively. And then they got Kalkbrenner down in the paint, which is just huge to have on such a great shooting team, because literally 1 through 4 of this Creighton team can shoot the rock. Creighton also does have size on them and length, and I think that's going to be great for this Creighton team, playing all these great defensive teams. Darian Trammell, that dude's going to be getting buckets. They're going to be getting turnovers. If Creighton can limit the turnovers, I think they win this tournament. I'm going to go with Creighton to win the Maui Gym Maui 2022 this year. Let's get it. Creighton Blue Jays are your champions. Second place, we have San Diego State getting second place. So we'll go ahead and mark them in. Chalk them in. San Diego State gets second place. So we have our third versus fourth place game, and that is Arizona versus Arkansas. And this is another great matchup that I would love to see. Arkansas, I go back to their youth, man. I don't know if they're ready for these big games. I think they're going to play all these games close. Like, I think they're going to play Creighton close. I think they're going to blow out Louisville in round 1. And I think Arkansas is a really good team, but they're a team that's going to have to grow throughout the course of the season. And I think Arizona is too experienced. I think Arizona wins this game here and gets third place in the Maui Gym Maui. And then fourth place, we have Arkansas. So that is our 1 through 4th place there. Now we go to the losers bracket. When you play tournaments like these, it's hard to not come out of it with at least 1 or 2 losses because of the competition level that you're playing, especially with such a young team in Arkansas. But let's go ahead. We got Texas Tech against Louisville. That's an easy one. I'm not going to spend too much time on that one because Louisville is just terrible. Texas Tech is a good, disciplined team coached by Mark Adams there, and I just don't think Louisville has much of a chance in that one at all. So Louisville goes 0-2 in the tournament. It falls to 0-5 on the season. Then we got Ohio State against Cincinnati. And I think Ohio State, playing against the Cincinnati team, I think Sean McNeil might be able to get going. Isaiah Likely is going to be getting on the glass. He's going to be that great role player that he was there at Oklahoma State back when they had those teams like with Cade Cunningham and stuff. Likely was a big part of that team. So I like him as a good role player and a good veteran player for this team. And those type of players can be the difference. And I think Ohio State has too much inside scoring here for the Cincinnati team. Then, battle for 5th place in the Maui Gym Maui. We got Texas Tech against Ohio State University. And this is another tough one because Ohio State got some good inside scores. But Texas Tech, they kind of have the length to defend that. And they also got Kevin O'Banner down low. I also forgot to mention Fardas Imac. Has not played yet this year. He was a big get. I think he could have been a huge difference maker in the Creighton game. And if they had him, we could be talking about Texas Tech maybe competing for the championship in this tournament. But I think that's a big loss that they don't have him to start the season yet. Kevin O'Banner is going to be great down low, though. But Fardas Imac is a defensive force. He's a beast on the boards. He's going to be huge when they get him back. I think he's expected back in around January or February. So that's going to be a huge piece for them. I am going to go with Texas Tech, though, to get 5th place and defeat Ohio State in this tournament. It's just hard, man. It's hard not to drop a few games here when you're playing such great competition. But Ohio State, I think Texas Tech defensively holds Ohio State's inside scorers to limited amount of points. I do think Ohio State can make a run, especially with the good shooters that they have. If Sean McNeil gets hot, they do make a run in this game. Keep it super close, but Texas Tech's defense closes it out here in the end. So we got a battle for 7th place between Cincinnati and Louisville. Can Louisville pick up their first win on the year? I don't think so. It would be a huge shock to me if they do. So I'm going to go with Cincy to defeat Louisville and get 7th place in the tournament in Louisville. Just honestly kind of by far the worst team in this tournament. They get last place. So that concludes the Maui Jim Maui Invitational Tournament predictions. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know who your guys' finals matchup for this tournament is and who you think is going to win it all down below. Like I said, we got coming up tomorrow, Monday, we're going to have our Battle for Atlantis tournament predictions out. Tuesday, we're going to have ESPN Invitational tournament out. Also Tuesday, we're going to have Phil Knight Invitational and Phil Knight Legacy tournament predictions out. So Feast Week is here. A lot of uploads coming. December 1st or 2nd, we're going to have our updated college basketball power rankings. We're going to have a college football content mixed in there as well. So if you're a fan of college football, we're nearing the end of the season of that. So a lot of stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching.